Hello and welcome back to Expedition Builds. You know, as my Jeep JL build continues to progress, one of the areas I took a real close look at was my front axle strength. And you know, one of the things I noticed that on my Rubicon with the M210 axles, mine came equipped with the Jeep's aluminum steering knuckle. Now, you know, the reason we see the aluminum steering knuckle on the Jeep is that with the advent of the JL, Jeep was looking to improve efficiencies, and of course, you know, a nice cast aluminum piece like this saves a lot of weight over its steel counterpart. However, I was concerned that maybe these weren't strong enough ultimately to run the bigger tires, the 37s, possibly 38s, on a stock axle, and I was looking to improve performance there. And you know, also I took note of what Jeep did on the Gladiator Mojave. That vehicle came with an upgraded axle, front axle that had steel steering knuckles, as well as the Recon XR came equipped with heavy-duty tubes as well as steel steering knuckles. So for me, that was enough to tell me that the Jeep engineers knew that if we were going to punish that front axle a little bit, we're going to need a little more strength in terms of the steering knuckles. So off came the aluminum, cast aluminum steering knuckle, and on went a set of beautiful Reid Racing Steel steering knuckles. So let's jump in and take a look at that install and see what's involved, and I'll show you how that works. Here's a shot of the aluminum knuckles on my JL just as we begin the teardown process. And these next two photos, I'm going to show you catastrophic aluminum steering knuckle failure from the trail. This got me thinking about upgrading to a much stronger steering knuckle. And here's what we're putting on my JL. Reid Racing's heavy-duty steel steering knuckles. While installing the new steering knuckles, this is a great time to replace the OEM ball joints, which were designed only to run up to a 33-inch tire. For this upgrade, I'll be using Dynatrac's heavy-duty Prosteer ball joints. I chose these because they're greasable and completely rebuildable. It'll be the last set of ball joints I'll buy for this JL. For help with this install, we head over to Maxed It Out Off-Road in Naperville, Illinois. This shop does all my local work for me. Time to get the new parts unboxed, get the Jeep up on the rack, and get these new steering knuckles installed. Let's jump in. And here's a look at how it all comes apart. And here's the main reason I'm not doing this install myself. The old ball joints have to be pressed out and the new ball joints pressed in. Maxed It Out has the right tools for this and the expertise in how to do the install properly. With the new upper ball joint installed, time to jump on that lower one. With the ball joints installed, it's time for the new Reid Racing knuckles to go on next. The new Reid knuckles are a direct replacement for the stock knuckle. Nothing needs to be modified. Now we can put the axle shafts back in and bolt up the bearing hubs. Now the brake sensor wiring is being reattached, rotors are on, and brake calipers next. We're getting close now. Time to reattach the drag link and then the tie rod. And here's a look at the completed install. The new ball joints are now getting hit with some fresh grease. We now have some newfound strength on the front of my JL. Feeling really good about that. And here's where we need that extra strength. Out on the trail, pushing those 37s over the rocks. We hope you've enjoyed this video. Until next time, stay safe and we'll see you on the trails.